Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show. Meet the trusted experts who will give you straight answers and will help guide you on the path of later life care. Now, here's your host, founder, caregiver, and CEO, Suzanne Newman.
And welcome back to Answers for Elders Radio Network. And we are here talking about the Senior Resource Network, the brand new genre of Salem Media, which those of you that are listening to the radio program, you can certainly know that you're listening to us either on a Christian radio station or a talk radio station during the weekends. And obviously here coming forward, we are now on the Senior Resource Network, which is going to become, and it's in reality, the third major genre of Salem Media. And it's all about focusing on, an over 50, thinking about retirement. How am I going to navigate not only my life, but maybe a senior loved one? How do I make good caregiving decisions? How do I make financial decisions for my retirement and my future? And all the different types of scenarios that we all have to deal with. And we are here this hour with Jennifer Otto. And Jennifer is kind of, I guess, employee number one, ground zero of the new genre. And that is, Jennifer is the content manager of seniorresource.com. And for those of you that are listening, maybe online or, certainly go to the website, and you're going to see a lot as we, talk a little bit about the website itself and all the different features. And Jen, tell us how Senior Resource, when you came into it, it was probably just bare bones, wasn't it? There wasn't a lot there.
It was. It actually, I want to say it started back in the 90s, this website, before Salem got its hands on it. But when I started on the project, it was just a bunch of directory listings, pretty boring, not much else there. A lot of great info, but not a lot to look at. So this past year, we've done a whole big sweep of the directory and all the other content that goes on to it. So now you can find hundreds and hundreds in all 50 states, directory listings for senior housing, home care, hospice care, elder law attorneys. I mean, you name it. If it matters to 55 and older, it's here.
Yeah. And, this is a really good thing, because as much as I wish Answers for Elders had written content, we do have a little bit, but it's not my fort, and it's been hard, when I'm being pulled in a million different directions. And I think the thing that's really great is our sites are so complementary. I think there's so much that we can do together as a partnership. And it's it's the true meaning of synergy. And that is really coming together, where we have this amazing team of people that are coming together. And certainly, Jennifer, you've been so much help in making it go smoother than I even imagined it was going to. So that's a great thing. So as far as the seniorresource.com, if I am going on to the site, and let's say I've got I'm trying to figure out how to select the retirement community. Is there a search window? Tell us a little bit about what I'm going to find there on the website.
So that's going to be in our directories. We have, there's just a navigation bar. You're going to go to the drop-down menu for senior housing, and you can find everything you need about assisted living, independent living, nursing care. It's all right there. It's just in your drop-down menu, and you can search by state, city.
That's great.
Simple as that.
Yeah, that's great. And so for example, I'm going in and let's say learning about different things. Do you have resources for me as far as how to negotiate, how to what to look for, things like that?
Yeah, we have, I think I already said it, but I'll say it again. We have about, we have about 1 million expert written and researched articles. Some of that's coming from straight out of your podcasts with Answers for Elders. Because a lot of times we listen to a podcast and take all of your great information and get it on our site in that way too. So yeah, if there's something you want to know how to do, there's chances are there's a step-by-step article, guide, what have you, somewhere on the site.
Right. And I know you have something called the Top 100. Tell us a little bit about that.
So the Top 100, or it's actually 99 best senior living
99,
senior resources. Yeah. 99 just sounded cooler, I guess.
I think I love that.
But it's something new that we're doing. We're just trying to systematically go through all of the most popular cities in the country. And we are literally doing the hard footwork for you. We're researching, say there's a retirement community, say that's the subject. We're searching all the retirement communities in a certain city, around a certain city, and then we're ranking them by customer reviews, resident reviews, social media, Yelp, Better Business Bureau, all that stuff. We put it together and we get our top lists, and then we put it all together. Retirement communities, nursing care, home care, housekeeping, etc., and we come up with this giant 99 resources.
That's amazing. So then my next question, obviously, is you have about 20 cities now that you've completed so far.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
And I know that we're working on the greater Seattle Tacoma area as well. In the process, I'm going to actually be assisting with that for obvious reasons, because I'm based here and I know people. But I am very excited to learn a little bit about, just the whole process of, working with you and Salem, and how we can best put together the list for Greater Puget Sound as well. So then I want to talk now a little bit about your newsletter. Tell us about your newsletter.
So we have a weekly newsletter. It's called Senior Resource Today. It goes out every Friday at, it's 9 a.m. Eastern time. So where are you? You're in Seattle, so 6 a.m. it comes to you guys. But so 9 a.m. Eastern time every Friday. And it's just a roundup of all the newest or best resources from the past week. So sometimes you'll find some of our top 10 lists. Sometimes you'll find new news, breaking news. Sometimes you'll find free guides. It just depends on what happened that week and what we thought was the best.
Absolutely. And we're really excited because it's my understanding where a lot of our listeners, they used to love to read our newsletter, Sage Advice. And now Senior Resource will be producing that for us. So we'll be having, again, a great opportunity to kind of share some of that information that we normally didn't have. So again, that's one of the advantages of working, Answers for Elders partnering with Senior Resource, is that we're going to be able to provide a lot more to those listeners that are listening to our podcast. So Jennifer, I'm interested also in, just the overall, if I'm in the industry, like, for example, I'm going to look at these lists and I'm going to see things. If I want to be represented, if I want to reach out to Senior Resource, is there a process for me to do that?
Yeah. So, first of all, you can always go down to the footer on seniorresource.com and click on Contact Us. That's number one. Or number two, you can just email us at care@seniorresource.com and just reach out. Say, hey, how do I get involved? And
well, and also if you're in the elder care industry and you're wanting to be maybe even a part of the network. We don't know necessarily what you do or whatever, but I know that there's a lot of opportunities in developing it. And just like Answers for Elders, looking for the cream of the crop of the industry only. And that's who we feature. I know that Jennifer, you are the same way, and we love to collaborate. So if you heard this podcast, make sure that you note that on your email, so that people know where, that we know where you heard about our information. It will be helpful. So as far as coming together on the website, I think one of the things I'd like to bring forward too is Answers for Elders has what's called a decision guide. And we have decision guides in over 65 categories of expertise. So, for those of you that are interested in accessing that as well, it is 100% free. The only thing that we ask you to do is sign up for the Senior Advocate Network. And by doing so, you will also get the Sage Advice newsletter if you choose to, and also potentially Senior Resource as well weekly. That's one of the great things about being a part of our network, is being that way. And you can sign up for, people can sign up for Senior Resources newsletter as well on seniorresource.com. Can they not?
Yes, ma'am, they can.
That would be great. So how do we reach you, my friend?
So it's seniorresource.com, or if, as Suzanne was saying, if you're interested in partnering with us or getting on our directories, you can go to the Contact Us page on seniorresource.com or email care@seniorresource.com.
Mm-hmm. And also just know that if you sign up for Senior Advocate Network, at the top of Answers for Elders, in the very, very top, you certainly will get there as well, because we obviously work together now as partnership, and you will have access and resources to all kinds of information that is so crucial when you're navigating later life. And so, Jen, I just want to say, I know you have some free guides as well before we sign off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have the truth about annuities, and we have providing home care to a family member, and we also have 5 steps to choosing the best home care. Those are all free guides on seniorresource.com. All you have to do is enter your email and we'll send you a PDF.
And that's what we'll do. And so everyone, Jen and I are going to be talking about the network, who all is involved in the network, who's coming forward, and we'll be right back right after this. We at Answers for Elders thank you for listening. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.